Stage 5. This is where we take advantage of some of the more advanced sketching tools that QuickPress offers the end user for cleaning up and detailing each given plate. So let's just pick out one and open it up on its own. You can see that the clearance holes have been placed in there. However, let's say we want to offset all of those about 1 millimeter. To do that, we simply start a sketch on that face and we pick the offset face boundaries, which gives us in one pick the ability to offset all those faces 1 millimeter. And in this case we don't need the outside profile, so let's just delete a few lines, and then of course we can use all that offset information to remove material by just cutting through all. So very quickly, you could do what we just did in SolidWorks. However, you have to pick each profile separately and offset it the multiple times per hole. So that automates that nicely. The next thing we might want to do is add some corner relief to one of these openings. So let's just pick on here and insert a sketch. Zoom up a little bit. And our corner relief tool will allow us to do circular or rectangular, and all I have to do is pick on the edge and it will automatically find the vertexes and place that rectangular relief in there. You can do a circular also. Say we want to do a 1 by 0.5 offset. Click on that edge and it automatically adds all that geometry. Once again, once we're done creating that, just go into cut our material away and we have all those details created very easily. Another nice tool is our bounding box options. There's two real good applications. One would be, let's say we want to create an insert, and in order to create an insert of this horseshoe type opening, well, let's say we want it to be a circular section, and once again we need to start a sketch. Pick this face. Picking our bounding box option, we have rectangular or circular, and then of course you can pick all types of different geometry types. In this case we're going to pick 3 circles and then tell it what size we want it to be. Let's say we want it to be 19. And of course this is a parametric dimension, so you can update it as needed. For now, let's just take that and let's say we want to build an insert. So now we just utilize standard SolidWorks tools, and this is called the split feature. The split feature will take the existing sketch, split the existing part, and then you can save whatever components you want. In this case I want to save both sides, but I just want to make them separate. So now what we have, just hide this, is we have the insert on its own, and we can bring the plate back. So very quickly, utilizing the split part, we can split this die plate into multiple plates. We can remove material very easily, and going back to the bounding box, we may want to do a clearance, say for these 2 openings, very quickly. So we pick on that, start another sketch, and the bounding box does have a rectangular option, and it gives us a fillet radius option, and then how we want it orientated, which is very nice. It does not have to be always horizontal or vertical. So pick the geometry that you want to enclose. So I can pick a point there, a line there, and an arc there, and it will automatically figure out what that rectangle should look like. That can be very tedious in 2D construction. So then we can offset and round off these numbers to make them a little bit larger, since I put some corner radii in there. So you might want to make this 36. Finally, just cut away the material. We also have another handy tool that, as you're building different sketches, you can use this throughout the process. We have a slot tool, and that's very easily illustrated. And I'm just going to throw up some geometry on the screen. And I'm going to create a slot off of that. It orientates itself, and then of course you can modify it by double clicking on the dimensions. And we also have an auto fillet tool. So if I wanted to very rapidly add rounds to some of my punches or my bends, I could have added those before the 3D punches were created by clicking on this tool and just click on the profile. Let's select the profile and then click on our fillet tool, and it automatically rounds each corner 1 millimeter. And it is a typical condition, so if we increase one, all of them will increase. And finally, we have a nice little tool for creating Edm holes. So picking on the Edm hole, we want to know what the diameter of the hole is that you need and what offset from the entity you're going to pick. So if I pick 3 millimeters offset, 1 millimeter hole from this edge, I pick the side I want it on. I could do that throughout the process, and you can see quickly go through here, create all those, and then export that for your machining process. That pretty much rounds out the final stage. Thank you for taking a moment to look at 3D Quick Press, and if there's any questions, you can ask your sales representative, and we can work with you on your situation if there's interest moving forward. Thank you.